Hello everyone. So, okay, today I'm using this old deck. I can't pronounce it. Monarch? Monarch? I don't know. You guys let me know. I think it's German. I don't speak German, even though I do have German ancestry, but it's by Patrick Scheller, and here's where you can buy it if you like it. It also comes with some add-on cards, but I pulled those out. I just have the 36. But if you do buy this deck, I would definitely get the add-on cards as well. They're super simple, easy for learning, but they do not have the insets that show, the playing cards that go with it. But for purposes, these purposes, I don't want any extra symbols. We're already doing a grand tableau. I want you guys to be able to see the cards clearly because, you're up in an extended view. I've got the camera up pretty darn high. So here's our questions that will go into this. Okay, but first of all, I have to designate, of course, Kamala. This reading will be on Kamala. What will she do in the future? How's she reacting? Has she received Stephen Spoonamore's letter, which I posted in the community section if you want to read that later, but he's a computer expert that has figured out how things went awry with bullet votes for Trump only, things like that. So, and that's just one little, he goes over all of it. And there's also an interview by Tom Hartman, and I posted that in the community section too. So you have both. You have his entire letter that he sent to Kamala, plus you have that video. And that's the reason I'm doing this spread. I want to know, how's she reacting if she did get the letter? Has she received it? Has she read it? Will she read it in the future? We're going to get past, present, future, everything here. What will she do? And the man card is going to be Biden, so we can see what he will do. Okay, so I'm connecting my higher self to God, my guides. I do use Christ. Nothing to do with any religion or any Bible. I just don't. But Christ consciousness is always something I call in. And then also my intention is for my guides to help me with my, come through my body, come through my hands, and help me get the cards in the right order so that we can get the truth as to these questions I'm presenting here about Kamala Harris. Has she received Stephen Spoonamore's letter yet? If so, or will she receive it? Will she read it? If so, how will she react? What will she do? And also, same goes for Biden, because I'm pretty sure he sent the letter to both. There have been other letters sent to both of them. Something would definitely need to be done before December 11th. But I'm going to let this, I'm not going to, should I assign timing? Normally you can do weeks, like I could do 9 weeks. But we have some deadlines going on. I mean, if Congress gets installed, if the electoral votes are all brought in and accepted, that changes everything. And if Congress gets installed on the 3rd, which I'm going to do a different video, an astrological video on that, because, boy, the things going on January 3rd are wowzas. Okay. I'm just waiting for the stop. And to stop shuffling. Ooh, surprising news. Good fortune recovery for our public institutions. Constitution. Foreign interference. Ship is the house of foreign changes because they know something's wrong with the fox. The dog coming in the house shows protection to our foundations. The tree would be all the branches of our government. To have the key there, there's a solution. The tree, house, and card is also our the health of our nation, the ancestry of our nation. To have the child come through in the House of Clouds is actually a good sign because it's just something small and little, short time more. Oops, maybe I should turn on. Hold on. I don't know if that gives us more glare or if that makes it better. Hold on, I can't tell because the lights are up ahead. Let's see. Hold on, experiment time here. Sorry, you guys. I can't really. Yeah, maybe it is better with it off. What about just. No. Okay. No, I'll just leave them off. Sorry about that. I should have checked before I started, but I didn't. Okay. Anyway, a short time of obfuscation and the clouds. When the clouds lift, it'll bring something new out that is very, very, very important. Whew. The moon coming through in the house of snake, well, goodness, that brings in a detour that is publicly, the snake would be now we'll see later where the snake lands in the rest of the houses, but the house of snake, okay, is all about detours and complications, dangers. The moon in the house of snake brings through the information that it's all about her public honor and reputation. It's also about the mood of the nation. It's also very creative. That's interesting. And, well, I was going to say it could be like 1 month, but we have had the starting cycle. Let's see. If we thought of the cycle of the moon, 28 days, we're dealing with from November 6th on, that fateful late night November 5th. So it could be 1 moon cycle from November 5th or 6th in there, which would that would be perfect. Like something needs to happen. The coffin, excuse me, the coffin house and the coffin card can be about loss and endings, and transformation after you go through the loss and endings. But it's also my card for boxes, and I have designated it, and I will designate this house. Well, I'll just read it both ways. So, voting machines, voting, tabulator machines, voting anything, servers, anything that is something solid that it's done and usually can't get in. Well, they can, I think, nowadays with that. But yeah, coffins can be opened, can't they? To have the mountain, which is our card for secret enemies, hidden enemies in the house of coffin, tells me that there's been an obstacle because of what's gone on in the to the voting machines and the tabulators at the disk level that gets inserted into the voting machines. Something secret and hidden, enemies, foreign enemies is what I'm getting there. To have the house come through in the house of bouquet brings through the information that something surprising and most of all, recovery for our homeland is coming. And this is, one of the four corners. We'll see what the other two are that frame in the entire reading. Excuse me, the Scythe house brings through the Lilies card. The Lilies could be related to Joe Biden because he's elderly and protective. The Scythe would show that he needs, or in the House of Scythe, would show that he needs to make a clear-cut decision. This is also our card for peace and harmony, but it depends on the cards nearby. And then the fox knighting to the Scythe, that's not a good sign for looking at the past. Because this is, here's our little fraudster, here's our little scam artist, the guy that made something go wrong, Elon Musk and all the other cronies that he paid to do it, because he's not smart enough to do anything himself. He just throws his money where he wants and orders other people to do it. But manipulation, lying, cheating, spies, someone with a hidden agenda on the peace and harmony of our nation, that is very dangerous. The Scythe is about danger. Also about tools that are used. So to have the lilies, the purity will be revealed. It will be cleared. I think we will get the honest truth eventually about what happened. Okay. The whip has to do with actions. The rider coming in the house of whip brings through usually good news, unless it's, obscured by a bunch of other bad cards around it. But so far, it's knighting to the dog in the house, which shows news that will just keep coming out, and good news that could reveal something. This is a delivery card. So this could be a delivery of information which will bring new opportunities. It's an action card in an action house. So, yeah. And it's also a card of something happening very soon. Okay, the birds, which is about conversations, verbal conversations, but also sometimes about stress. The bird's house is holding the sun card, and the whole lineup right here: purity and honesty about what happened in our election and who meddled, who were the foreign players. The news will keep bringing it out, continue to reveal what happened and reveal conversations. It will bring through the birds is also a card of wisdom, and most of all, connections. So the news will start to eventually reveal the connections, or actually what I should say better, because you always got to go back to the original intention. And under that context, this is Kamala getting the news. I would say yes, she's gotten the news, and it's revealing quite a bit to her. We don't have the letter card yet, and we'll see what house, what lands in the letter house. But I would say, yeah, this is yes. And it's making important connections to her, right? With the tree, remember being all three branches of government, I think she's not the only one that got the letter. Okay, here's our card for the election. Whoa. In the house of child, I wonder if there's going to be a new election of some type. Whoa, boy, would that not be a first in history? They have to do something, at least this is the way my brain works. Whether they will or not, I'm not sure. But the deal is, man, if they don't get this shit locked down now, we will never trust it again. We will never trust our government again, and a lot of people will give up on voting. And, they're smart enough to know that the votes, the whole political voting process every 4 years and 2 years with the midterms, and no matter where, these are big money-making endeavors. So, if people with brains are thinking it through, they'll do the right thing. This could be a do-over for the election. But for Kamala, the roads cross Crossroads Pathways card it's our card for making a choice, making a decision. And it is touching the key card. So new decision that's really important. In the House of Fox, we have the tree. Okay, so now we can combine these together. So the tree on another level is analyzing information, analyzing all the systems. So analyzing, here, the information is coming out to her, and it will probably come out on the news and reveal that we need to, they need to, she needs to, the government needs to make a decision to analyze what has gone on. Now, the full moon just happened, and this is when, everything started coming out to us, like, we knew that was going to happen. You don't have the full moon conjunct Uranus and, opposing the sun. You've got both luminaries when there's an opposition, which is every full moon. Something was revealed here about complications and dangerous hidden enemies here. Right next to the hidden enemies card here. These two cards knighting together, they are analyzing the attack, the bite. Okay, in the House of Bear, which is her, for Kamala, it would be her protection, but it's, oh God, I'm getting dizzy. Whoa, what is that about? Okay, whew. This is about an immense amount of foreign money, power and money that has gone into. Oh, and also we have protection from our allies. Wow. Yes, and of course because of the ship. So the fox is in the ship, in the house of ship, indicating, foreign interference. Foreign interference is here, but there's also protection with the bear, but the bear also relates to Russia primarily. But because I was getting dizzy, I connected it. I realized it's like, yeah, look at the card. It's like being on the ocean and all over the world. Like imagine going on a big, right? I mean, I spent a lot of time on boats when I was younger. And scuba diving and all that stuff. But anyway, it gave me that same feeling of when usually you want to go off the back end of a boat, with your gear. But sometimes you have to go in through the ocean, and it can be quite disorienting because you've got the sand in front of your mask and you can't really see and you can get disoriented. I had that same kind of feeling. So they're figuring out the hidden enemies, the foreign hidden enemies, and I'm getting, of course, China was involved. Russia and China. Okay, then the House of Stars, we have the clouds. So the networks and connections worldwide have been hidden. There's obfuscation here. But the light side is pointing towards the change card, or one of the change cards. It will be revealed. Okay, this is a house of change with the stork, and we have the birds, but in this deck we have the owls. It's the owls of wisdom. Here's the bird's house, bird's card, the sun revealing success, shining a light, accomplishment, and connecting to the birds or the owls over here in the house of stork brings change because of the wisdom and the connections that are made. And we've been in communication secretly, of course, though, with all of our intel agencies. You know, the House of Fox and the Fox card is number 14. That yes, there are 5 eyes. There are also 14 eyes, and many, 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 many more. You know, you put Interpol in there, you put the ICC in there. They might not have any jurisdiction over our country, but they sure as hell can feed us information. And the stork brings things, delivers things to the homeland. And this is information. Okay, in the house of dog, we have the fish. So we have a tremendous amount, we have a lot of protection and support and loyalty. Notice, you know, in the, like I said before, the house, we have the dog as well. And then here's the house card in a very strong position up here in the corner, which brings through the surprises and the recovery. Most of all, the bouquet has everything to do with recovery. Also, you know, the bouquet card, which came through up here, right here, it has to do with invitations. It has to do with offers and gifts. We are being gifted so that we can recover. Kamala is being gifted so that she can recover. And what is she being gifted? Has she been gifted by? Well, Stephen Spoonamore that wrote that letter. Because he's the man that knows. Ooh, the Tower, House of Tower, we have the cross card. So that brings through the information that we need to, well, I'm not going to say we need to, they need to prove it to us. But primarily you would look at this and say, well, there are some guilty parties within some hidden institutions, and who are they? They need to be revealed. Another way to read this, you know, this card is ruled by Saturn and Neptune. So we have to have faith on one level. A lot of us don't. I mean, or a lot of you guys don't. I'm in the middle. I can't, you know what I mean? It's like, you prove to me who you are, right? I'm not, it takes time. And so, yeah. But so far, we could say that Biden has definitely proven that he's trustworthy. I mean, he did step down just in time. He didn't want to at first, but he stepped down just in time to give Kamala a good, I don't know, what did he give her, like 170 days or something like that? Or I can't remember, but she made a good run, and she turned a lot of heads. If she had a low vote count, it was only because people are too racist and prejudiced and sexist to, I mean, look at what happened to Hillary. It's ridiculous. So, but anyway, this is a card of the need to take self-responsibility. We all have a cross to bear. We have to take self-responsibility for our own lives. That's our burden. We create our lives based on our beliefs, and that is our karma, the law of cause and effect. These are all keywords for this card. But this is our institution, which is in pain and grief. So that's pretty clear right there. We'll see what ends up coming out over here and get more information about that. Ooh, we have the bear coming in the house of garden. Now the garden is our card for garden or parks. It's our card for the public interaction, and it's our card for our house, for social media. Okay? And right here, the guilt of Russia's interference within our social media. That's just too simple to, you know. Okay, here is Kamala in the house of mountain, showing delays and obstacles. because of the Russian foreign interference. Because of the Russian interference, mostly. I don't know. We could say China too. With the pretend this is a panda. There are Lenny decks that have pandas for the bear, or a panda. But this is Kamala. What's hanging over her is there's something wrong with what happened in foreign lands, but it will be revealed. We will make the connections. She will make the connections. She is getting the information. It's all right here, and then we'll see what other card lands in the House of Sun. But check this out. It's good so far. Recovery, surprise, the gift from Stephen Spoonamore to her with his letter, and blessings and kudos to Tom Hartman for interviewing him, and then so the news coming down to Kamala. So if she doesn't have it yet, she will get it soon. She's been waiting. She's been trying to figure out what to do. She's been sitting in this place where sometimes she's just in her head, but there's been a big obstacle, and most of all, a big delay. I hope this also means that she finally went, I hope she went to a spa retreat somewhere. Maybe she went to Camp David, I would hope. I don't know. She's such a hard worker. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't, though. But anyway, she's been sitting in a place where she's been blocked. Okay, the pathway house, we already have the pathway card right above it. So choices, this would be Kamala's choice. Ooh, she's going to check all the details. She's going to check out the theft. Okay, this is good. And then here we are with other institutions revealing the theft. If we read this angle here. Now, the mice card landed here, but this is the House of Mice. The theft to the votes. This is our card of votes. She knows it. She's looking at foreign guilt. The burden of, I guess, purifying our nation from foreign adversaries. For Kamala, in the House of Heart, her heart is tied, literally tied to this land, to our homeland. She cares so much, and her goals are to find out. She's got a new goal to get to all the details as to who stole the votes. Literally, it's right here, stole the votes. How many grand tableaus or readings do I have to do to asking questions from all different angles, and every time I get that it was stolen? Every single time. Okay, in the House of Ring, which would be about her commitment, we have Biden. He doesn't look anything like that. Sorry, that's just the way this deck was created. I don't remember. You know what? There might be some better. Oh, I'll have to look later. I think it might. I think the deck may have come with some different male and female cards. Oh yeah, there we go. Should we switch them up? This one looks to me more like Kamala, but she's facing this way. I have to leave it that way because of the way they're facing. But maybe I'll switch them up next time. I kind of like the way this guy looks better than this guy. So I'll do that later. Anyway, just so you know, if you get this deck, there are extra people cards. And that's how you can do, like in same-sex relationships, you would put the two women and leave out the man, like that. Or the two men and whatever. So, Joe coming through the House of Ring, he's the ally, he's the loyal, commitment dude, right? It's also a yes card. So, yes, Biden will commit. The House of Book, we have change and improvement. Now, the book, when I don't know where that card is, we'll see in a minute, but or 10 minutes, whatever. The book has to do with laws, in the context of this reading. It has to do with laws. It has to do with examining things, just like the tree does. So they're examining the scam, the fraud of the votes, right? And all three branches of our government would probably be involved in that. And then the book house would also be exams, but things that can be hidden and things that we have to educate ourselves about. She has to educate herself about, so does Biden. And then improvements come. So improvements and change with the stork card here. And then, of course, in the stork house, we have the owls or the birds. So making those connections that something needs to be done, and change could be coming. So with the letter, oh my God. I mean, it just can't get any more clear. Hold on one second. I need to get some water. Okay, that's better. So the snake, okay, remember the snake is something that bites, it's something that attacks. It's toxic, it creates complications, it's a dangerous enemy. We got attacked, our voting system got attacked by foreign adversaries. The coffin being the voting boxes, all, discs, all of that, the hardware that got inserted, the software that got inserted into the hardware, which would be the voting machine with the disc that goes in, was attacked by a dangerous enemy. Votes attacked. Couldn't be any more clear there. Okay, Biden, the House of Biden, has the scythe. There's a decision. He needs to make the decision, and I would think that he would, in order to, and it'll be sudden when it comes in, a sudden decision to just, you reap what you sow, Donald John Trump. You want to let people, he tried to cheat in 2020. He did nothing but, he's nothing but a cheater. So, of course, he cheated in the election, and Biden knows about it. Because he's down here, this card is like, okay, I know something, now I got to whack, Okay, whoa, you guys look at this. Clover came through in Kamala's house. The clover is an opportunity, a happy outcome. It's another one of our recovery, or the other recovery card besides the bouquet, and it's up here. Okay, in the house of lilies, we have the ring. So like I said before, the ring is alliances and commitment, and it's a yes card. This could also be like the 25th of this month or next month, November or December. That's interesting. The lily knighting to the cross card tells me, like she's still under that burden, but there are commitments there. The lily in the scythe house is that decision based in wisdom, and again, that would be Biden. And also, just this whole column here, if we look at this to read it as, because now we have what's on Biden, what is on him as far as responsibility, what is his burden. We've got the card of burden. So we have a surprise offer, surprise gift, surprise recovery. To bring in harmony, there's harmony here and harmony here. And that's his burden because he is the president of, he's POTUS, right? This is the POTUS card. Here's a POTUS house. And he's the man that needs to make a decision. And cut a bitch in Russia, right? It's all right. It's right there. Whew. And China. And you can bet, he has to be diplomatic with Xi Jinping when he's with him, but he knows he's a dictator. How long has Xi Jinping been a president? These guys aren't presidents. They're rigged elections. So there you go. The ring coming in the house of Lily, and then the Lily card up here, and here this is an angle. Looking at this from the angle shows me that there's wise commitment, wise alliances with us, not just Biden with Kamala, but she's hanging over, she has control, not really control, but I mean she has, she's a Libra, my goodness, she has that connection, that relationship connection, and it's wise and it's pure and they're honest and they bring through peace. What's coming down on her is something peaceful from all systems and health to the nation. The only troubling card hanging over her has to do with this fox, but this is showing the past, I believe. And this is hanging over her. This isn't done yet, right? She didn't have any control over what they did, but now she has protection because the dog is knighting to her. And the protection of what? Our institutions, our government institutions, and the dude that's at the top, which is Biden. And here he is down there ready to cut and reveal and be successful because he has, what I'm seeing is, now I don't think he's probably either coming back soon from the G20. I heard something about a cruise on the Amazon River. Well, maybe he already did that because he was talking about, he had a speech, an address to the G20 about, global warming and climate change. So anyway, with the angle connecting to him now, we can see this. If you look at this line up here, we have protection over the homeland with connections that are successful. Well, due to social media, we also have protection because even though, like, remember there were, I don't know how, it was a couple of million of Russian bots that just left, X, Twitter X, which would also be this card and this house. Whoa. So here's Elon Musk's Twitter X platform that it will be revealed as one of the most important ways that information was put out over social media, and it was. I think they'll be able to prove and reveal that Russia and China were in it together. But anyway, back down to this line towards, because this is Biden's house. He'll make a decision. I think he already knows. He may have been talking to her while while he's at the G20. He could call her up anytime, right? Interesting. Wow. Okay, so in the house of sun, we have the coffin. Remember I said in the beginning, I don't know if I said it out loud, but I promise you I did delineate this card as voting machines and servers. Okay? I don't know if there are servers attached to Starlink satellites. I would think that there would be. But anyway, it will be revealed. The sun is the house that reveals. And the sun card can also be malignant narcissism too. And Twitter X, right? Right here. It's right there. And changes are coming for him. So, I did a grand tableau on him a while back, and it was awful. It was just truly awful. So, he has a terrible future coming his way. Now, with the coffin being our servers and voting machines that received information, that will be revealed and recovered. There will the information on certain voting machines, little discs, will be recovered and revealed. Recovered, the information revealed, delivered and revealed. Yeah. Okay. And then the other connection here is the coffin house is holding the mountain card. And of course, Kamala's in the mountain house. So to tie all these together, it tells me that the hidden enemies to our voting hardware, that will be revealed. The hidden enemies will be revealed. And Kamala has to wait until that happens. And then remember over here with the stars, the clouds. The clouds card is a card of obfuscation and subterfuge and delay and hesitation. Something's hidden. Got to wait for the clouds to clear, right? In the clouds house, we have the child, so we have to, when the clouds clear, we're going to see something new. New, really super important information about the voting system hack, which is also here as well. So the hack is here, but in the House of Man, being Biden tells me he knows about the hack. Okay, now, this angle here, I'm sorry, I got lost for a second. Finish up this one. The dark side of the clouds is headed towards Elon. This is Elon. And even, Stork, we could look at the Stork house and card. And it's in the, so the information I get here has to do with making connections. When the clouds clear, they will make connections that Elon and his satellite, Starlink satellites, Starlink satellites that take information and send it back down. That's how, he has it via the satellites up there. Now, other internet service providers work the same way, but not as, he has so many up there and he can put them wherever he wants, and because of his SpaceX, he's able to get satellites placed exactly where he wants them, when he wants them, or within, a day or so. But that's all right here. And he is going to get caught. The flow of protection, and there's a lot of it, is coming after him. And they see him as the dark disseminator of information, flipped the way he wanted it to be. Because he only wants Trump in there because maybe he wants to be president someday, and he wants all those government contracts. Isn't that why we have the fox next to the government card over here? Right? This is Elon. Well, this is all of them together, but he's in there, right? All of his meetings with, he'd been meeting for years. He had been meeting for years with Putin. Okay, the stars coming through the house of Moon. Stars could be related to Starlink. The moon would be his, under the context of looking at Elon Musk, the moon would reveal, maybe 28 days from now, all the details. And notice how the stars is right next to our server and voting machine cards. The stars is a card of making all the connections. It's the stars card and house is our internet. And look how it's at the angle here. So again, foreign hidden enemies are just hidden enemies. Of course, they're foreign when I don't have to say that, but hidden enemies that obfuscated what happened using the internet, using Starlink, and had the target of taking, literally, stealing the election from Kamala, right here. But she'll get that information. It will be revealed to her. And I would say within the next cycle. Now we're going to have the new moon. Oh, let me tell you real quick. I have notes over here. I need to do a video on it. But our new moon comes in at 9 degrees of Sag. So that reveals, that's our political process, Sag is, but it's also searching out and getting information. That comes in at 10:21 p.m. Saturday, November 30th. Okay, 10:21 p.m. Pacific. If you're in the Eastern Time Zone, it'll be 1:21 p.m. December 1st. So new moons are always really good for setting intentions. So if we set the intentions, if all of us set intentions for the healing of our nation and the truth coming out, and healing and peace and protecting our democracy and protecting our elections, if we all have that intention, we could have that by the following full moon, 2 weeks after the 30th. So that would be like December, mid-December, somewhere in there. Yeah, it needs to happen by then. Okay, the key in the house of key. Ooh, book coming through brings through examinations. So important examinations that create solutions. The key is already up here in the house of tree. Exams here, something that unlocks here, something super important, something that creates a solution. And what creates a solution? Examining the votes. Examining the votes. Vote examination. That decision that needs to be made. And that's, if we don't do that, then that's on us, or them. Okay, in the house of fish, we have the garden parks card. So a lot of public interactions that we want to recount. We want the votes examined. We want to know who got in and who did what. That's what we need to tell. Those are the emails that need to go out to all of our first of all, to Biden and Kamala, but also to all of our governors, senators, all of that. Okay, Anchor, we have the house, the House of Anchor, which of course, remember, is our goals, the ties that we have, and to have the heart coming through there, there's care. There's a lot of care about this. And then the cross, in the house of cross, which again is our burden, and Kamala's, because this whole spread is pretty much about her. We have the self-responsibility that she needs to take, because she is really tied to our nation and cares deeply about it. And now her work is cut out for her. But if you're looking for a repeat vote count, this is the card. The whip is all about getting things done. It's about actions. It's about debates and arguments. And it's my card, it is a November, winter time card. So, and it could be 11 days. We're way past November 11th, but something that was a big burden, I think, happened by November 11th. And also out into the future, we could go 11 days from today. But there's repetitive action. She works hard. So what's knighting to this card is the information that comes out about the actions that Elon Musk took. And the angle here reveals something new that clears the clouds about him and the changes he made, examining, we're examining, he's going to be caught. And Biden's there to as an ally to protect her, and Biden will take action. Oh, hey, you guys, we've been wondering, what will Biden do? And I've been doing dailies on him. I think I can stop now and just maybe do weeklies. And maybe I should do dailies on Kamala for a while. But anyway, which is really hard for me to do on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I have changed my schedule so that I can open up to personal readings on the weekends, which I haven't been able to do in the past. And I'm doing my live streams on Thursdays now, even though I'm going to miss Lisa so much. And maybe it's just temporary, but yeah, I've had to adjust my schedule all around. So that's a whole different story there, but I think I can stop reading on what will Biden do, because here's Biden doing something that is of great consequence, because the cross is all about the great consequence, and this is his burden. This would be him. This would be Biden. His card is touching the book house. The book, to me, and it's in the house of key, which is the solution. This, to me, is the Presidential Emergency Act documents. Documents are here. President's here. His power is like gravity. And these are secret documents. I'm pretty sure Trump never got them when he was in there, because he would never get presidential daily briefings. And I'm also pretty sure that everybody was trying to protect us against him, especially when COVID hit, So this is Biden with the burden of action. And I would say he's going to, because this is part of the four corners. And here's the man. This is Biden in the House of Ring with the commitment over here to make a clear-cutted choice decision. And now I'll read the four corners, which frames in the whole reading. His clear-cut decision will create the good news of recovery to our homeland. Again, recovery here. And he will act. He will do it. He will do that work. He will, in a heartbeat, get into those secret documents that are the key to all of this. And I think he's going to do it, as soon as he gets back from his travels. And, there's going to be a lot of, I'm sure he's getting the news while he's there. That's the thing. He has a lot of support. Okay, so that's good news. I like seeing those cards. Now, Kamala landed in a position where I can knight all of these other four cards to her. So let's do that. So while she's waiting, while she's under this burden of, it's a delay. You can still get you can get around a mountain. It just takes longer to go around. Doesn't mean you're totally blocked forever. It just means you have to, there's a delay. That's all. Kamala's wise. Kamala's pure. Kamala Lotus. This is the lilies, but I have another deck where it's the lotus flower. She's the lotus potus deva goddess. That's Kamala. And she's healthy. She's analyzing everything. She's getting information from all different sources. This is her karma. This is her destiny. It's her destiny to be president. If not this time, it'll be It's in her life force. This is her life force. And she has deep roots that go into this election. This election was hers. There's that proof there. But of course, it was stolen from her. But she, right there, will recover. There, I'm getting there's good fortune there. So she'll make the decision to support. Of course, she would make the decision to clear the way and to harvest her rightful place, and should make the decision to support Biden in whatever he needs to do with his, because she's not the one that can get the presidential emergency secret documents. It's him. And again, Mountain House and Card is all about secrets. The Fox is about secrets. If we let go of all the foreign stuff, here's the secrets here. The Fox can be ferreting out something very, very special that can shine on her so that she can put her hand on the Bible and end this ridiculous, this awful experience that we've been going through. Okay, so her oath to the Constitution, this would be the letter of the Constitution, the written word of the Constitution, is here. She would oblige, that would be her burden, that she would, happily take on, I'm sure. The election is hers. We have to connect her with the lilies and the lilies card because she's lotus. Kamala means lotus in Sanskrit. And the lilies card coming in the House of Scythe tells me the decision for Kamala is hers. And she will gladly put on, putting your hand on the Bible and swearing to the Constitution is exactly what the ring card is about. It's the same as like a marriage, right? Only she's marrying herself to the Constitution of the United States. And that is, these cards are knighting to her. And then that protection for our homeland, that's her. Notice, there's a lot on her and there is delay, but she still is in a pretty powerful position. But her decision needs to be, her choice needs to be not to minimize the letter that's coming in from, or it has that she's already received. I've gotten that she's already received the letter. Stephen Spoonamore's letter. She needs to not minimize it. And I don't think she will, because these cards are, well, for sure I can say she's gotten it. And I think she's taking action as to it. But, and again, this is the reason I haven't been reading on her for a little while, is that she's not in a position of power right now. This is up to Biden. That's why I've been focusing on him. Okay? So, yeah. What else? Besides the letter being the vote, it's also, now I have to how many minutes are we in here? 28? Oh, but that's when I restarted the camera. So I don't know how long this is going. But I do need to look at this in the context of, the first question, like, has she received his letter? Yes. How is she reacting? She's nervous. about the decision that's going to be made. It's not her decision. Her only decision is to, take take her rightful position when that time opens up. But right now she's stuck. And we're needing to wait for Biden. We've ascertained what she will do. She'll wait and protect. She'll take the oath if she can. She will continue to work best she can. What will Biden do? Biden's here with his commitment. The secret documents are here. The wisdom of the secret documents are within him. The connections, it's all there. Recovery to the homeland is what he wants. The letter that Stephen Spoonemore sent to Kamala, hopefully Kamala better have given it to him, and I would hope that he would have also sent the letter to Biden. Now, Stephen Spoonemore is just, not just, but he's the dude that knows how it happened and how it could have happened and what they need to do to prove that it happened and create recovery. But the other important thing is the PEAD documents, or the Presidential Emergency Act documents. I don't think he addressed that at all. I could be wrong, because I've been reading so much, I can mix things up. But anyway, the letter about the betrayal is what will create the change coming from Biden. And that's what will make him commit and go into action. So it's all right here. I have so many of you that have taken my lessons in the membership lessons at the lessons level that know how to do all the knighting and the angles and opening up the spread and, all of that. So if you see anything more, I'm going to keep my hands away so you can take a screenshot. And if you see anything more that you want to add, please do. But for now, I'm just going to get this uploaded because I'm on a time crunch this morning. Okay. Bye, everyone. Take good care.